Hello and welcome to my kitchen. I am Dr. Lever. Today is kind of a free day for me. It's a Friday, and on Fridays, this is the day that I take off and I don't work. I work Monday through Thursday with my clinical work. Fridays I tend to do a lot of my grading for the university work I do with the students. Today that I kind of get to play a little more in the kitchen, and I was really wanting something that was high protein that I could have that was quick and easy, and I haven't had homemade frittatas in a while, but instead of making a big pan, throwing it in the oven, and then eating just a little tiny bit, I'm going to make individual little frittatas. What I don't eat for lunch, I can simply throw on a cookie sheet, put it in the refrigerator, let it cool down, throw it in the freezer, let it freeze up individually, take it out, and then I can individually wrap those, put them in a Ziploc bag, put them in the refrigerator, and then I have frittatas that I can have anytime I want, whether I want it for lunch or dinner, because sometimes I want a lightweight dinner, or if I eat breakfast. I'm not much of a breakfast person, but I'm trying to do better at making sure I'm hitting the marks that I need. Today, it's going to be super quick, super easy. Got kind of a smorgasbord of a bunch of crap out here. That's okay. I'm going to start with my cheese. So one of the things, oops, sorry about the noise there. One of the things that I have learned is, for years I used prepackaged shredded cheese. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. No judgment. If that's what you like, please continue to use that. I have found that it's a lot of times just prepackaged cheese are coated with cornstarch, and so when you're throwing them in a dish that you need the cheese to melt, it doesn't melt as nice. So I've started just buying blocks of cheese. Kraft, you're my favorite. Gotta give you a shout out. Shredding up a block of cheese does not take as long of a time as many people think. It actually is quick. Got my handy dandy little shredder here. I'm going to cut open my package. I'm going to show you how quick and easy this is. But the main thing about shredding your own cheese is when you use it in dishes that you're going to bake, it melts so much smoother and provides such a creamier texture to your food. Again, whatever your preference is, feel free. Today, I'm going to use a block of cheese. I'm just going to throw that. I'm literally going to take the whole thing, shove it right in here. I've got a plate to catch my mess because more than likely I will make a mess. So I've already washed my hands. I'm just kind of going along here. Usually I use a little bowl to catch this, but I couldn't find my bowl today. It's probably in the dishwasher, it needs to be clean. So we're just going to do this. I just kind of monitor it, and once it gets down low enough, then I'll use my stopper. Pull it out like this. Will I use all this cheese? Maybe not. But what I don't use, I will put in a Ziploc bag and throw it in the refrigerator. That way, when my husband and I need any type of shredded cheese, it's ready to go. Yeah, still making a mess. See, I told you, this is a kitchen where nothing is perfect. No, absolutely nothing. There's going to be messes. Cheese is jumping off the plate. That's okay. By the way, I did want to tell you, I already have my oven preheated. I tend to cook on high temperatures. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I'm just naturally a fiery person. This is my personality. I have my temperature on 425. You can turn it down to 400. I just know my oven. Woo, we got a little mound going here. Gotta be a little careful. I know that my oven cooks really well at that temperature. All right, we're done. So now I'm going to move that knife because I haven't been known to slice my fingers and need stitches. So now all I'm doing is just getting the remainder of any of that cheese that might have been stuck up there because we want to get all that goodness out. I'm going to unlock this, throw this in the sink, throw any of my mess away. There we go. All right, let's get ready to assemble. And then I'll tell you about eggs and cheese and how they're super beneficial to us, and how they can really impact our mental health. Here we go. All right, I've begun cracking my eggs. That is the main component of this dish. Today I'm using about 8 eggs. You can use more or less. Really just kind of play around with it. There's no right or wrong to this. Do I crack eggs the way they're supposed to be? Probably not. Again, just do you. Just do it how you're comfortable with. I'm probably making a mess too. And I got a shell in there, so if that is the case, that's all right. Don't panic. Don't go fishing with your fingers because you'll never get it. You just come on in here with the shell and you come along and you just scoop that sucker right on up. There we go. Got it. Voila, bingo. Okay, I'm gonna set this to the side and I'm gonna wash my hands real quick because I was just fishing in eggs, and then we're gonna get to the next step. All right, here we go. I've got all my eggs in my bowl. I am going to add a little bit of milk. I like to use fat-free milk, use whole milk, whatever milk you have. Again, I try to watch what I'm doing. I am not really measuring, I'm just kind of pouring, and you know what, we're gonna play it by ear. I just wing it, that's okay. I'm gonna use some black pepper, sprinkle it in. I don't like a lot of spicy. It tends to tear my stomach up. I don't cook with a lot of salt. I do add just a little bit to this, but not a lot. It's really up to you. You could add all kinds of spices or seasonings in here. If you wanted a Southwest flavor, you could put taco seasoning in here. You could put cumin or paprika, chili, whatever floats your boat. Feel free. All right, got my handy dandy whisk. Could you do this with an immersion blender? Yes. Did I want to make that noise? No. Am I going to make a mess? Yes. See, I'm already sloshing out. I have already made a mess. That's okay. That's why we have soap and water, and we can clean things up. We're just going to whisk this real good, super quick. Get it all together. It looks like I've got enough milk in here. I don't need any more milk. We're just sort of making a quick little custard base. Okay. Let's come on through that in the sink. Let's get ready to assemble. I've got my handy dandy cheat sheet here again, because you know my brain sometimes doesn't function very well when I try to multitask. I tend to multitask a lot, and my brain's going in 100 different directions. So in order to be more focused, always have my cheat sheet. I've got a muffin pan. This happens to be square shaped. Again, it's whatever you have. Don't go buy something special. Use what you have. I have already greased it really good. I just used some of my spray. I have some canola spray. Went ahead and used it. I've got the toppings that I'm going to put in my frittata. Many people know I'm 5 when it comes to eating. I'm such a picky eater. I don't like cooked vegetables very often. I like specific vegetables, but in something like this, I'm not a vegetable person. I would rather have meats and cheese. There's something about having chopped ham and cheese in this that I really like. You could do bacon, you could do ham, sausage, combination of any. If you want to make it more breakfast related, you could throw in chicken or steak, bell peppers, onions, mushrooms, whatever. There's so many different ways you can make this. You can do a row of this kind, a row of that kind. You can make all different variations just by using your one simple egg base, right? So today I'm going to use ham and cheddar cheese. All I did was just buy chopped ham, and then I brought it home, and because I don't like it the size it is, I chopped it a little finer, because I have come to notice throughout the years, I tend to be a texture eater, and my senses are a big part of food for me. If it doesn't look good, I'm not going to eat it. If it doesn't smell good, I don't want to touch it. And if it doesn't taste right in my mouth, forget it. So I'm going to make it the way that works for me. Pick the ingredients you like. All right, so let's get started. I need to take a sip of my green tea real quick. I'm not a tea drinker, coffee drinker, but I do like my iced green tea. Here we go. Eggs. One of the number one things that helps mental health with eggs is choline. Choline is one of the markers that is in eggs that helps to produce acetylcholine. And acetylcholine, goodness, there's that brain bomb cat talk. Acetylcholine is responsible for helping with memory and learning, or the production of acetylcholine, I should say, and memory and learning. All right, eggs. We all know eggs are high in protein. What does that mean for us? Protein, it's very vital and very essential for making neurotransmitters. Those neurotransmitters, again, that I talk about, serotonin, norepinephrine, dopamine, just to name a few. Those stabilize and regulate our moods. Moving on, eggs have omega-3 fatty acids. This is a healthy fat. We need this in our diet. It is beneficial to our brain. It supports brain health. So we definitely want this. We want to keep our brains in top shape, right? Guess what else eggs have in it? Eggs have a lot of B vitamins. I seem to harp on B vitamins every video I make. But B vitamins, especially B12, these are the vitamins that really help us reduce anxiety, depression symptoms, because they help to make that serotonin in the digestive tract as well as in the brain, and then it gets disseminated where it needs to go. Cheese, cheddar cheese. Did you know that cheddar cheese is good for helping us age well? I didn't know that. I love cheddar cheese. I could probably just take a block, and often you'll find me just cutting chunks off, and I'll cut up a whole bunch of slices and I'll just sit and eat those. Maybe I'll age well. What do you think? Anyways, done. Toss that aside. Let's assemble. Here we go. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna start with our meat. So I just got my handy dandy little spoon. Go along. Again, no right or wrong. Just throwing some ham in here. I kind of put a spoonful in first just to see what I've got and how far this is going to go. I'm not trying to fill the whole pan up. If I do, fantastic. If I don't, that's okay too. It's just me eating it. So I'm just going to do what works. Let's go back, kind of add some more to some of these that don't have as much ham in it. Yes, I'm making a lot of clicking noises. All right, get it all. Let's get all that goodness in here. Okay, I'm gonna set it in the sink. I love having my sink right here by my countertop because it's so easy just to kind of throw everything in, and then when I'm done, I can wash it, throw it in the dishwasher. We're ready to go. All right, that pile of big, beautiful cheese we just shredded. Let's start. Just start popping it in. Just start. Yes, I'm making a mess. But again, if we don't make messes when we cook and we don't really feel our food and the texture and play around with it, it's not fun. But it's also, we're not going to want to eat something if we're not just enjoying what we're doing. This is also really good to do with children. Let children get in the kitchen. They're going to make a mess. It's okay. We can clean them up. We can throw them in the bath. Or you know what? When my kids were little, I took them outside, hose them off. Take some shampoo, soap, leave them in their clothes, scrub them up, towel them off, send them inside, go get changed, right? It's okay. Let's make a mess. I think as adults, we often forget what it's like to be that kid. And we forget. Let's play. Let's have fun. Let's make a mess. We're too busy in life trying to be perfect at everything. I don't know anyone who is. I've got all my cheese in here. Is it in here perfectly? No. It's a wild, crazy mess. I'm going back and adding cheese to the ones that I feel kind of need a little bit more. Maybe one here. I'm a little bit of perfectionist. For me, this is just as cathartic. I'm having to remind myself as well to just play and have fun. Okay, mess and all. There we go. This is what it looks like. Now, here comes the fun. Remember that mix? Let me just make sure we're all stirred up here again. You definitely want to use a container that you can pour from. It's going to save you a lot of hassle, a lot of time, a lot of effort. Will it save you mess? No. I'm probably still going to make a mess, but that's okay. We're just going to start pouring in each one of these little spaces. I am pouring until it's almost full. Let's see how far we get. Maybe about halfway. This is going to start to settle in all the little nooks and crannies. I want to make sure I've got enough going around since I kind of went pretty far with the cheese and the ham. So let's come on in here. As this starts to settle, it's really going to fill up that space. We're going to go back and add more as we go along. Right now, I want to make sure everybody gets some egg because we want everybody to be invited to this party. See, now if I was trying to do this without a pour spout, it would be on the floor because I would have poured it all over the floor. Let's go back and top some of these off. And if they're not perfectly filled, that's okay. It just means you got a little bit of a smaller frittata. It'll still cook the same. Can you do these in the Instant Pot? Absolutely. I like the crunchy texture that's going to come from the eggs baking in the oven. So I prefer to do them this way, but if you don't want to babysit while it bakes, throw it in the Instant Pot. Make it easy for you. There we go, we're good. Let's go in the sink. This is a pan full of yumminess. Next, I'm gonna throw it in the oven, and then we're gonna wait for this beautifulness to come out so we can enjoy it. The timer's gone off. Let's pop in here and take a look. These cooked right at 15 minutes. Ooh, hot face, hot. All that heat right in my face. Ooh, look at these glorious egg frittatas. Let's turn the oven off. I am notorious for forgetting to turn the oven off. So let's make sure I do that. Turn the light off. We are good to go. Let me actually get another pot holder out so I can hold this up and show you. Look at that yumminess. They're all different sizes and different shapes. It's okay, it's not perfect. This is not a perfect kitchen. One of the things that I mentioned earlier about letting children get in the kitchen and cook and make a mess, I often tell the patients I work with that have children, if you let your children get in here and cook when they are young, they learn cognitive decision making, they learn executive functioning, they learn knife skills. I'm not saying give them a sharp knife, give them a plastic knife. Let them learn how to cut small things. Strawberries, for instance, are real easy to cut. Something that's small that children can do. They learn hand-eye coordination, dexterity, you name it. There's all kinds of things. Their little brains, those neural pathways in their brains are just exploding and growing. But if you let them get in the kitchen and play with food and cook with you, it's a fantastic bonding experience. It's core memories that are being made for both of you, but they are more than likely going to enjoy the food and want to try new things because they got to get their hands in it and make it for themselves. Anyways, let's take some of these out and let's take a look. All right, they are hot, so I'm just gonna kind of work around here. All right, we're getting these out now. They may stick a little, and that is okay. Again, this is a non-stick pan that I sprayed really good, but sometimes that grease, still that canola oil that I use, you use olive oil, whatever you've got, still kind of absorbs into the eggs, and the eggs like to really just kind of adhere to the pan. That's all right, but you see this? You see, oh, look at all that steam. But you see those crunchy bits, especially that side. Oh, that's my favorite part. But these are perfect little egg bites, or I should say little mini egg frittatas that you get to enjoy. You could either eat them now, like I said, pack them up, freeze them, and you got instant made little meal when you need something to grab and go. These are too hot for me to eat, so I'm gonna let them cool down before I take a bite. If you like what you saw today, please hit like, subscribe, hit me up with a comment. I'll be glad to talk back and have a conversation. You got any ideas you want me to post a video on? Let me know that too. From my kitchen to yours.